the Bruno, it's the Popol and Koopa they've set up for success. They're up against the Benedetta in that lane. It's going to be good for Sensui.
There's a magic word that Blacklist International have to consider, and AP Bren are starting to wonder, how do we address this? And that's range. They got to get in there to get this done. And it looks like Blacklist International not going to let it happen, not so quick. Game number 5 here, match point for AP Bren for the Season 12 Championships. It's afoot, AP Bren with a quick start.
Look at this, Renegade already playing into this side of the jungle, just going to get the information that they need and work around with that.
Oh, Renegade. Well, what an interesting decision by Blacklist International. They know that they can control the jungling speed here of Kyle TZ if they just send their Akai and they wouldn't have to worry. Kyle gets his buff without a problem. Wonder if they're going to punish him?
This is troublesome. Already getting that flicker out. It's good that he had that, but again, you know, this is crucial for Blacklist.
Akai roam. It will throw off the team fighting of AP Bren, especially around that Nether Realm. So Few's going to have to hold on to that. All the toughest things that you can build for an Akai picked up. Pull yourself together for that Ruby. And tenacity actually for that Bruno. So that's acknowledgement by Oheb, knowing how important he is here in this this composition for Blacklist International. And just like in the Popol and Koopa, going to be rushing damage. Assassin Emblem.
Yep. Triple flicker on AP Bren. I think that's how they're going to address the whole range situation. Renegade in trouble.
Renegade, they know he doesn't have a flicker here. First blood going in the hands of Kyle TZ. There's the answer though. Haji couldn't get the cleanup he was looking for, and Sensui joins a little bit late. So first blood in the hands of AP Bren.
Great space here for Blacklist International, given that they sent Kyle TZ home.
Yep.
And Sensui looking to rush this first major objective.
Not a worth a trade there. Hogan can try to delay, but it looks like Blacklist will take this turtle without a problem.
Should be able to. They're going to try to hold it down. Sensui will secure it. Now AP Bren just going to back off here. Blacklist happy with that.
Good read of the situation by Blacklist International, seeing that Kyle TZ got 3 hits from that turret. Of course, the Terrify from Haji's Valentina coming in clutch. Make sure that he'll get that. So it'll be a reset for AP Bren. See if they can make up for it by getting the second turtle or maybe a gank.
Something to talk about is the bottom lane matchup. Gold lane. What's going on over there? I mean, it's clear that maybe... Oh, wait. Edward! Ooh! Eye for an eye right at the final slash.
Yep, that's what Edward says.
Okay.
The Jefe of the Efe. Eye for an eye, EFE.
Great. That works.
Cool.
I like it.
Here we go. Little Wanderer fight.
You don't.
Still going to be going here. They find the lockdown with a heavy spin. Trying to turn it around. They can't do it. Blacklist International finds what they need to in the early part of this game. And now they're going to push Super Marco back from the turret as well.
Marco here in trouble. Could not even get the carts. And look at this 3-minute push. Is happening.
That's what Blacklist wants to do. And they are able to maximize it. Oheb actually didn't rush it. He was waiting for the minions to come just a little bit closer so that he'll get something out of it. The Sakai pickup, surprise by Blacklist International, working out very well for them. And Sensui and Oheb are already, at this point, they're okay.
Yeah.
Haskaloss already built up by the Bruno. 1,000 is the gold lead.
I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like for this entire series, this is the biggest lead this early on.
Yep.
2,000 gold right now for Blacklist International. A ton of that also just helping them scale up really well. Again, you mentioned this, Renmar, in the draft. They want to go fast. They want to build up and scale fast, and Oheb is on course for that.
How better to do it than to shrink the map and make that gap between your gold lane mate all the more larger.
Yeah, they're playing around the mortal coil of the Faramis as well. Every time they see that he can no longer avoid being crowd controlled, Blacklist just go all in.
It's going to be a crucial one once again, the fight for this turtle. There goes Renegade, goes in, huge Electo final blow. Flap TZ though quite low. Sensui secures the second turtle here. And Blacklist is on to a great start.
Amazing. A single heavy spin, able to neutralize 2 or 3 heroes from AP Bren single-handedly.
Wow. What a surprise pickup by Blacklist, and it's working out in spades, and it's working out everywhere as Renegade doing the dance of his own song. Maybe it's Renegade. I didn't need to translate it. Baka Renegade ito. And you see right now, just that Iritho is getting decimated in lane because of how well Blacklist were able to supplement Oheb. Super Marco can't do much. At some point, I think AP Bren will have to understand the fact that they will lose.
A huge I'm offended in the final slash. What a combination, a wombo combo. Super Marco gets a double kill out of it.
Huge. AP Bren clap back right then and there. Heavy spin versus I'm offended. What is a true game changer?
World, those are our roamers for M5, and they've been putting on a show so far, and I feel like that was the most respectful recall spam ever. That's acknowledgement of game recognized game by Renegade and Ogwin.
Like Ricochet and Will Ospreay from NJPW, you know it, man. Looking at this bottom lane situation, Super Marco recovering well, but Blacks International, are they stepping on the clutch here? Are they changing gears? Because they know now that, hey, if Ogwin makes the call, they can collapse.
It's going to be a slightly different changing of gears. And by that, I mean they're just going to switch up lanes, try to make the most out of the map space creation from the Benedetta. But yes, they're really going to have to watch their positioning as well. They love clumping up together. They got to be careful with that.
So far, it's all turtles going over to Blacks International. AP Bren yet to get one. Last one spawning up in the upper quarter, 5 seconds from now. And I'm liking the control that AP Bren are putting here, because they can force the issue. They can force these big ticket ults, right? Yeah, but Blacks International, they're spreading out too far, so not happening just yet. Blacklist looking to keep this 2K gold lead.
As it stands, though, Blacklist International are winning the map.
Again, Flap TZ goes in with a flicker. The final slash ball. They lose their jungler. NetherRealm going to come back. Renegade runs out of here. Edward trying to keep them at bay. I'm offended from Ogwin. There's the follow-up. The low, and OM will fall. And now it's Haji in trouble, all left alone. What a statement from AP Bren.
It's the Filipino cannon and Master Ogwin yet again. It looked like Blacklist countered that beautifully with Edward's eye for an eye, petrified, but AP Bren said, no, this turtle is mine.
Kyle Teasy here scores it with Renegade hoping to maybe find that small frame, that small window to steal. And with that, Blacklist loses the lead. Just about 400 gold ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, Few now ranks second in the MPL all-time assists, surpassing Yelly Hayes with 2,311. Big fight up top.
There's the lockdown with a heavy spin. They'll find Flap TZ.
Ooh, Renegade still confident. And Blacklist showing AP Bren, you can pick, we can pick too. AP Bren needs to gather their bearings right now. Super Marco able to push that bottom lane. Side lane's gonna come back for both teams. How well they can manage it, because right now AP Bren, they've just been able to catch Blacklist off surprise with those two pickoffs that they were able to do.
Whoa, Kyle TZ.
Stolen.
Got it.
Grant that purple.
Bang.
Guilty. Top lane though, left to his own devices, Oheb. He's farming up pretty well. Again, we talked about how Shinsui is the pivot point. He will be the fulcrum of Blacklist's comeback here in this series. But so far, when can we expect Oheb to make a difference?
Well, he has the items right now. Oh, wait, they're still just up to a Berserker's Fury. He can make a difference just by staying alive, staying in the back. It's close enough. It's not that big difference between him and the Earthel. It's just that, yeah, AP Bren have just been able to surprise Blacklist, and they've been playing off their game. The positioning, though, of Oheb, I must say, he needs to count skills a bit better. Ogwin.
Ogwin looking for his own setup here.
They didn't check?
They didn't check this. This could be very troublesome. Renegade going to be able to find him out. There's the I'm offended. Can he get away from this? Heavy spins out, gets dragged back, flickers out to stay alive, and all this 10 seconds away for the Lord.
2 minutes until Renegade can actually get in with a heavy spin flicker play. That'll make this Lord all the more difficult for Blacklist to secure, which explains why AP Bren are just standing around here. They're controlling the mid lane, and eventually, there's the pull.
Super Marco, third item, Great Dragon Spear. This is AP Bren saying, we'll hit our power spike now and we will end this quicker. now rather than later.
Oh, they're gonna have to battle this out. Ogwin goes in, full-on team fight for the Lord. Who's gonna get another round? Gonna be worked on. Super Marco's in. Oheb gets the kill, and now working for it. Flap teasing to fall as well. Blacklist International turning the fight around. It's a double for Haji, and Sensui gets the Lord.
A disastrous turn from Blacklist International, isolating the members of AP Bren, making that cult altar nullified, NetherRealm useless. Few left here wondering where it all went wrong.
Oheb positioning, fantastic by the Filipino sniper, and AP Bren just lacking. Super Marco a little bit too excited with his positioning, but they're gonna be going forward.
Oh, they could be in trouble here. AP Bren wants to fight back, but Renegade keeps him at bay with the heavy spin. That turret held on with 1 HP, but now the Lord makes its way up top.
Oh, look at that Agent Zero working on that dead lane down bottom, pushing it deep. AP Bren are cordoned off. They are locked inside their own base. They have to defend. What's Edward doing?
Oh!
Edward does it. Gets the turret. Can he make the escape here? Final Slash gonna keep him there from getting away. Edward will go down, but he got the base turret.
Expensive, but worth it.
Worth it. Because of the lane equilibrium, AP Bren can't actually push out aggressively with a 5 versus 4 advantage, so definitely worth it. A great play there by Agent Zero.
And now bottom lane gonna be taken care of. AP Bren needs to clean up a bit. They need to turn the map blue because Blacklist International, the next time a big fight breaks out, oh, it's all in favor of them. They're looking at about a 3K, 4K gold lead. Let's check out that Lord turn once more.
What a pull there. It was a Renegade and Koopa. Oheb wasn't even there just yet. A little bit too early was that initiation by Ogwin. They didn't know where the Bruno was. Super Marco off position. And that was a hell of a turn by Blacklist. But it also looked like over-eagerness from AP Bren.
Oh, the communication synchronization of Blacks International compromised Fuse decision-making. He held on to the flicker. So he used another first before flickering in. Didn't even use the flicker in the whole engage anyways. So it was that space difference. He couldn't have saved his teammates.
Crowd goes wild. AP Bren, Super Marco already has that win of nature.
One of those moments.
One of those moments, folks.
You gotta be here to witness it, right? But what we are seeing is basically the fact that Blacklist International fighting for their lives here.
Oh, spotted out by the trap. They stopped on a little bit of Koopa's doo-doo. That's how I'd like to think the trap is sometimes. But
isn't it a frost trap?
I mean, that's what it feels like.
Yeah,
If you're
that's
AP
what it
Bren,
feels like.
If you're on the opposing side of Popol and Koopa, and that's why this lineup is so good. That's why, say what you will about Popol and Koopa in the jungle, but as long as his heroes in the metagame, Vision suddenly becomes a surplus. You suddenly just control parts of the map you couldn't have prior.
Trap placement, very important. That allows a little bit more breathing room for Blacklist International in terms of dealing with all the surprise engagements that Flap TZ and Ogwin are giving. Again, the pressure being put onto the map by Edward is just too much right now for AP Bren. The equilibrium isn't on their side. Haji has the NetherRealm. They're rushing it.
They're going to go for it. Renegade going to dive in. Keep Kyle TZ at bay. Heavy spin going to come through. Still going to be working on the Lord. Blacklist will secure it. Now Ogwin going to jump in. Edward joins the fight. Can they help him out? NetherRealm going to be used. Super Marco will jump in. He'll get stunned. Can they take him down? Wind of Nature. Oheb is gone. Edward on the chase. Does he catch him? Oh! Final blow along with it. He'll get it. But members are down for Blacklist International. They got the Lord. They got Super Marco.
And Agent Zero got away with it. Big trade here. AP Bren 2 for 1, but they give up the big one. And now Edward still going.
Edward gets decimated. But now Lord here in the mid. Renegade and Sensui. There's not much they can do with this. They bought some more time.
Gentlemen, I have a theory. Could the Akai Rome switch up be the reason why Coach Master of the Basics was smiling right before the game began? Was it the fact that the heavy spin is now in a role that previously never had it, and that just nullifies a lot of what AP Bren wants to do?
Could have been with a priority on the Valentina. It does seem like it, and it's working very well right now for Blacklist, but AP Bren are keeping this competitive. But Blacklist still in control. Item check right now, fully built. Is that Irithel, if I'm not mistaken? Yes, she is. While the Bruno is just waiting for one more item there, waiting in the wings. Malefic Roar was the last build there for the Irithel. Super Marco needs to be a little bit more safer with his engagements. He's getting kills, but he shouldn't be going down.
I can't blame Super Marco for the record he's had and, of course, his behavior in the last team fights.
Yeah.
Blacklist International are just so good at dispersing and spreading out damage and threats. Because yet they have 2 marksmen. One corner isn't safe, and it's as if we're not even mentioning and thinking about Agent Zero's Benedetta. They literally just come in at all angles. I'm afraid that Agent Zero's behind me right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's making his way. Look at him, his positioning constantly.
Secret lab chair.
We know, just the secret lab chair. We know that, but this is what people like to see from Edward, right? He gets a signature pick like this. He constantly puts pressure against the other teams just by split pushing. And not only that, but even having the pole ball on your side, you not only have an extra body, but also the split push potential is there if they decide to do a last-ditch effort if they need it. But right now, that's the main concern for AP Bren is where is Blacklist International coming from?
Yeah, I think AP Bren will want to commit into this. A deeper push up top.
Maybe even mid, because
Yeah.
Blacklist International is holding on to that tier 1 in mid, and that's a main artery. That's one of the reasons why AP Bren can't rotate or pull up as hard, and that's what's making these major objectives all the more difficult for them to lean into, to commit.
Yeah. Excuse me, I actually meant to say in the bottom lane because it looked like they were shadowing Super Marco with a push down bottom. Just to mirror the fact that the pressure being applied by Edward in the opposite side is just way too much to handle right now. It's forcing them to react. This is the most reactive AP Bren has looked like this entire series. Edward Haji. Oh, we don't know.
Oh, you're going to be in trouble! Agent Zero gets the kill. AP Bren, though, here on the answer. They're going to go ahead and work down on Haji. He's down as well, with the Lord secured for Blacklist International.
That's a heavy spin spent in. Blacklist International, they know that Few is back. Can they force it? AP Bren, they're looking for the long haul here.
Yeah, they have a minion wave in mid. Actually, one a siege minion. They can actually get 2 here in the mid. Depending on where the Lord's going to march. Oh no, they're not going to go through. They're not going to risk it. A bit more breathing room is just what they wanted. It's 5. Haji will be back in time for a siege. See, Halberd was the last item built up by the Bruno.
Wow.
Something tells me AP Bren was looking for more in that trade.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons why they also stopped was because of that trap the Flapteasy stepped on. Oh, Renjay.
Renjay going to get dragged here. Still has the immortality, though, so he'll be fine. Can Blacklist International actually do anything with this Lord? They've secured themselves at the almost 18-minute mark. Eyes set on the bottom inhibitor turret. Edward going to use the final blow out of there. But still, they're going to be putting the pressure here now on the top and bottom.
Blacklist International sieging capabilities.
Edward.
For 9, immortality pop.
Immortality going to be popped. He will go down here. Not able to get the turret. Now they could be caught out. Renegade going to get pulled. Has to heavy spin. So still, AP Bren holds on to the 2 base turrets.
But again, because of their management, even though they're getting kills on Edward, there's someone else pushing in the opposite side, meaning that the minions are pushed towards the side of AP Bren, and they can't make the most out of a 5v4 advantage. The moment Blacklist slips on managing the offside, then that's when AP Bren can pounce and fight away. But they're pouncing right now. It looks like someone committed a flicker. No. Thought someone did. It was a retreat by Sensui.
Yep, they're heavy in mid here. This time around, AP Bren looking to close the gap between them. That 1k gold lead. Tier 2 down. All right, this is going to make that Lord coming up in about a minute. All the more a 50-50. Blacklist International needs to control the long lane here. Talking about bottom.
Back forth and a seesaw. I actually thought that Flapteasy would go and stop that minion wave there, but it looks like they want to keep the flow of it at around that part. Few already has a Holy Crystal, so the damage of this Faramis, yeah, if he didn't hurt, he's going to hurt even more so now. He actually prioritized the Divine Glaive earlier first.
Oh,
the traps yet again.
Crucial for those. Ogwin could have pulled the trigger, won't do it. This is the disciplined approach that we've seen AP Bren do before. So even with the lead that Blacklist International was holding on to for a while, you can see that they're still struggling to find wins in these fights against AP Bren. That begs the question, do they go for some split pushing potential to possibly end the game that way?
They could. Oh, they were spotted out by the sentry.
Yep.
All of them? I think right at just the edge there was Ogwin.
Flap came out first.
Yeah.
Flap was the one who stepped on it. So now, to answer the question, Blacklist can definitely just split push. Blacklist can definitely overload AP Bren's decision making.
Here it is.
But AP Bren can decide the turn. If AP Bren finds that perfect turn, which they have yet to do, by the way, folks, in this 20-minute game,
Okay.
then it could be. That's the Lord, started up by Sensui, looking for the pull. River control by both. AP Bren now, more bodies on the scene.
1-3-1 positioning has turned into all 5 into the objective pit with the XP laner of AP Bren forward. Renegade is the one getting vision for Blacklist International. They have to pull the trigger on something because now the pressure that Edward is applying in the EXP lane, they're going to rush it.
They're going to have to rush it. Edward now joining this fight. They knows it's going to break out, but not going to be able to get there in time. There's the final flash. Emeralds into the pole they go. Haji going to fall. Edward now finally a part of the fight. Not but Sensui, it's gone. AP Bren will win this team fight out unless they can do something about it. Edward trying to chase Super Marco. Can't catch him though. The peel is there.
The turn of all turns, it happened. It's just Agent Zero left. It's a 4v1. Run, Edward, run!
With his Benedetta, the minion wave delaying the clearing. He's holding on for dear life. A legend, Agent Zero, the last hope of Blacklist.
Oh, this is too close to cut.
Agent Zero, the only one left. About 10 seconds until the next member, Haji.
They should be up in time. Haji, Edwards gonna buy as much time as he can. Clears the waves.
Oh!
He goes it down. AP Bren from World Tour to Home Tour. AP Bren does it.
Tonight they are champions on home soil. AP Bren are your MPL Philippines.